Hello. Hi everyone. Welcome. So I'm just waiting for people to come on. Come on the live. So we tried to do this in the Empress Evolution 1111 page, but it didn't work out so today. So let's just see if Amelia is coming on.
Here we go again.
Oh my goodness. Again.
It's so funny.
I don't understand. Oh my God.
I don't know either. I don't know. I have no idea. I can't.
I was like thinking, what if this happened again? No, it can't happen again.
That's what I thought. I was like, there's no way it will happen again. It's got to be fine this time. And here we go.
Oh my goodness. Yeah, okay. So they obviously want me to do the live in my page. So maybe it could be to all my followers to see who I am, like the person behind the page, or it could be something like that.
Yeah. I'm not sure. There's definitely some greater meaning to it. That's what we do know for sure.
Yeah.
And it throws our energy off for a second because we're like, whoa, like this is not planned, you know?
No. And also the live started like 5 minutes later. And it was so funny because like a half an hour ago, I was told by my angels that it will be 5 minutes late. And it was.
Yes. And I was trying not to be late, but I have had back-to-back phone calls. I've had clients on the hour, every hour since 10 a.m. So like 10, 11, 12, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then literally my last 5 o'clock was only for 30 minutes. So I was able to get a moment afterwards, but it did run over to quickly get myself organized. I mean, honestly, it's been crazy. It's so funny because so many people are suffering with boredom right now where they don't know what to do with themselves and they're cleaning their houses and stuff. And I'm just like busier than I've ever been in my life. I can't, like my head's getting scrambled, you know?
Yeah. And for me, it's been like this last couple of days or weeks, like it's been 1.5 weeks. I just really been going inwards and just starting to reading books again. Like I read many years ago about spirituality and the power of now. I started reading again. And I love that book.
Love that book. It's
yeah. So it's a good time to like really do the self-work, go inward, study yourself, read all the books you can get, order online because the mail is coming to your mailbox, so no problem.
Yeah, my angels just had a message. They said, Amelia, you did all that. And what they mean is obviously when I was unwell and I was in bed for 4 years, all I did was read and study. And then at different times in my life, I've just read and studied. I've read and studied and read and studied so much that now they're like, okay, action time, you know? And so it is literally like only now that I'm not on that path when everyone else is on that path, if that makes sense, you know?
Yeah. But you study for the path and now you're on it. So you prepared yourself through reading all those books, you know? So
yeah,
now
absolutely. Yeah, so I'm feeling like maybe we just give everyone a minute. So hopefully all of Empress Evolution can make their way over here. I do wonder, I wonder whether I should have put a story up to let everyone know we would be here. Well, it will be on replay anyway, so they can always catch the replay, can't they?
Yeah, but it also says that you're doing a live with me. I think, like Empress Evolution is live with Earth Angel. I think.
I think I went in for Amelia Happiness Guru just because I was trying to find you quickly, easily, and it was easier to go in that way. But, you know, most of the girls know to follow me personally, so we should be fine. Yeah. So my angels just said, with no further ado, you know, like how English people, no further ado, let's begin. That's what they just said, no further ado. I don't know what's got into them. They keep using all this weird words that I never normally use, you know. They were telling my client earlier that she's effervescent. I was like, I've never described a human being as effervescent in my entire life, and they were obsessed with calling her effervescent.
I don't even know what that word means, so.
It's like bubbly, like champagne, like fizzy, bubbly, like the life of the party.
Yeah.
And yeah, it was just kind of funny, really. Oh, I tell you what I need to do. I've got all my bits over here so I can purify the energy. So I'm just going to do the
Yeah.
singing bowl. Yeah, because that did throw my energy off a little bit, the thing of not knowing where we were going to be. And then I'll light some sage real quick as well. Did you want to prepare your cards ready, the ones that you pulled out, and let them know the reading for a second while I do this?
Yeah, I can do it. I have like, I don't have so, I have like not so many cards, but like 3 to describe each energy. So I'm just going to try to go take it like fast because I had, but the angels wanted all the cards to come out, so I just had to take them. So first I have the divine feminine energy, and we have the card Voyage. So as you can see in this card, you have this whale and you have the ocean, and as we know, like the whale go on a voyage, like it travels like around the world from the south to the north, or I don't know specifically, but so the angels wants to tell us today that divine feminine, remember that this is a journey. And remember also with having the whale and the sea, remember that you are the anchor. Like you hold this whole thing together. You lead the example and you lead your divine masculine. So the angels just want to really to remind us about that. Remind us that remember it's a journey and you are the leader. And also, yeah. And also they wanted to say that easy does it. So divine feminines, don't get too caught up in the 3D. Don't get too caught up in what you see. Go within, within to your heart. What is your heart telling you? Like, don't depend on the 3D. Try to really disconnect and not only think about when is my divine masculine reaching out to me or when are we coming together. Like, think like it's just so much more to it, and like really have an easy flow to it. Don't get caught up in the 3D and what your eyes can see.
Yeah, can I interject something that I'm getting? I'm getting just that, you know, with this, it's very important. There's a little bit of business that each of us still has to take care of. And if we're honest with ourselves, we know what it is.
Yeah.
Now, whether it's to do with our health and our exercise, whether it's to do with our business, whether it's to do with our actual healing, we still have a little bit of business to take care of.
Yeah.
Putting the energy onto the man and when's he going to do this, when's he going to do that.
Yeah.
That is going to be, it's not productive because, again, you're the leader. And so in which case, take care of the bit of business that you need to take care of, you know. The question, how can you not be involved in the 3D? I wonder whether this person, you don't have a photo up on your page, but are you referring to with the virus? We will get onto everything. But the difference is with us, we're such high vibe beings. We go with our gut and we're going to talk about things in whichever order feels appropriate. Anyway. Yeah. So that was one thing I got on that. And then just with the divine masculine, the divine feminine card with the whale, I actually what they showed me was the world without borders. You know how the warrior, the whale, that was probably a Freudian slip, but the warrior whale can travel anywhere in the world. If it wants to be in Norway, if it wants to be in Sweden, if it wants to be in Australia, it can travel anywhere. And I think this is a precursor of the fact that in the future, within probably the next 3 or 4 years, our borders will not be quite the way they are now, because we are a globe, we are a people, we are a planet, and it's not so necessary anymore.
No. Yeah, and like you said, I feel like easy does it, but we had the voyage. Remember, it's a journey. It's not like all about what's happening right in front of you, and it's not about what the masculine is going to do. Remember, it's you. It all starts with you.
Oh, honey, that's so funny that I did get a message when I was on the phone with my second from last client. I did write it down, but I'm pretty sure I can do it from memory. It was quite simply, are you doing, in fact, everyone who has a pen and paper, write this down. Are you doing what you came down here to do?
Yeah.
If not, why not?
Your mission.
Ask yourself the question, are you doing what you came down here to do? If not, why not?
And also like the message that I had on Empress Evolution today, what is holding you back? If you had like the full support of the entire universe and all the angels and God and everything, if you knew you had that support, what would be your next step? Like, what is
And
holding
that's
you
why
back?
me and you are so in alignment, and that's why you were meant to do the reading in Empress Evolution today, and you were meant to be on the live, and this is all meant to be. And because all of the angels and God and everything are completely supporting our journey, and this
Yeah,
is
absolutely.
evidence of that.
Yeah, absolutely. Oh, I just love it.
No, it's fun. It's fun.
Yeah.
So, yeah, should we do the elephant in the room? Just because I think people want us to talk about it. Did you
Okay.
finish your reading? Is that all of them?
No, I have so many, but we can take. I just took the divine feminine energy now, where we can go back to the divine masculine and the
No,
union energy.
I think we should carry on with that. I don't feel like we should follow the pressure to do the elephant because we're not too into the elephant right now. We'll do the elephant in a minute.
Okay.
Let's do this first, because I've been talking to a lot of my clients today, a lot of my graduates. They've done the work. They're in a good place. And, you know, I just want us to focus on the girls who are in a good place for a minute, and then we'll work backwards and help those that are not in such a good place, you know. But I feel like we should talk to them. They deserve it. They put in the work, you know.
Yeah, but also I want to tell that, like, I am not a twin flame expert, but I can teach and tell other people from my experience. So I've been on this journey for soon like 2 years, so I can share with you all of my experience, but it's up to you to feel within if it's right for you. I can just tell you what I know and what I've learned and what the angels have told me. So
Exactly. And I've been on the journey since 2009, but I've only knowingly been on the twin flame journey since
right.
March of 2017. So 3 years. Yeah.
Yeah. So last, the angels just want to tell the divine feminine to keep your eyes on the target intention, which is the whole journey and your mission. It's not when or the divine masculine reaching out, it's you. It's you and the journey, that is the mission.
It is. And the thing is that this time that we're in right now in the world with so much going on, it's literally like I'm being shown it like in a science fiction movie where literally there's like these bodies in these things, and it's like, right, activate the troops, beep, and then like this, the light worker healers, we're like getting up, we're like, right, let's go. And then everyone else is like, aren't you like crying? Aren't you scared? Aren't you in panic? And we're just like, no, this is what we signed up for. This is what we came here for. We're just like, hey, you know, I'm bringing out all my sparklies. Just, I want to keep everything fun. Like, this shit's fun. Let's be excited, guys. But I know that's hard for a lot of people. But this is, again, I want to speak to the girls that are vibing high to start with, because they deserve it. If you're vibing high, you deserve to know that you are not alone and that we're here with you. And I'm vibes in for the best of them, and so is she.
Yeah. And for those that are like in a lower vibe, you will get there. Just follow your inner guidance. You will get there. I can promise you, because I've also been where you are right now, and I have come so long further on my path, and it's going to get better. I can promise you.
Here's the thing, guys. If you're on here, you're already on the right track, because you are following the guidance of those that are in the place that you want to be in. So you're already 100% on track. So congratulate yourself. However you're feeling right now, your higher self guided you. You're here, you're watching us, you're with us. So just know you are on track. Okay.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think that are you doing what you came down here to do? It's a really big question. Like, that's not a little question, you know. Like, my angels asked me that today. They're like, did you come down here? Are you doing what you came down here to do? And I was like, fucking am.
Yeah. Now I am. After being asleep for 30 years, now I am. But it takes time.
Like, you know, I feel like I am now more than ever. But I also understand every year before that was training for this moment.
Yeah.
So it's all as it's meant to be, you know.
You understand everything happened the way it did, leading you to be where you are right now. And you see everything. You just understand everything. Yeah.
Yeah, and it's magical. It's just great to be able to be of service, and it's just going to get pumped up and pumped up and pumped up. Got a wonderful guy that's going to be doing a live with me on Saturday. He's got lots of information to offer as well. I've got another couple of girls that are going to be coming on doing lives during this week. There's just so much good shit, okay? And these are all people that are being activated by the current climate. So the current climate on the planet, instead of making us withdraw, like a lot of people are feeling the need to withdraw, we're like
like we're stepping into the light now. We are showing our true selves and what we're here to do, like our mission, what we came here to do. So I feel like the world is like awakening.
Absolutely.
It's just,
I was just given a vision as well of like the old world. I'm going to speak as if we're already in the new world. I think that'd be fun. But I'm having this vision of like, in the old world, how people used to look at these celebrities with all their fake bodies and their fake personalities and lack of knowledge and greed running them. And they're not, what are they doing in this current climate? What are they doing to help everyone? Posting pictures of them wearing a fucking mask. Great, helpful, thanks, cheers.
Yeah.
You know, they ain't doing shit for anyone. Real talk, they're not. And some of them are connected with the horrible conspiracy stuff, and they're actually passing on fear and lying in the media, like Tom Hanks and whatever. You know what I'm saying? So there's some real stuff going on. So it's the time of the new celebrity, but the new celebrities, it isn't about the greed or the fame or anything. It's just love.
Yeah.
We're just here to love and to help other people really feel the love that's within them and embody it and heal and feel good. And once you feel good and once you've healed, you then naturally become of service to the world and a blessing upon the world, you know?
You just feel that calling within, and you just know it's your life purpose.
Yeah.
And also like the other celebrities, they are like distractions to keep us distracted for what is really going on.
They can't cope though, because they weren't pre-warned of this. The celebrities, this was going to be a controlled release and then they would have been aware, but this was an early release of the virus. Yeah. So the celebrities are like kind of on the back foot. They kind of were caught off guard. So really all of them, some of them are just getting paid to post pictures of them wearing a mask. They actually get paid for that, by the way. The celebrities,
it's just so much more than we understand that is going on.
Yeah. So here's the thing, the shift's already here. I actually literally, it's the first time I've done it, but I'm literally talking like we're in the new world and we're looking back on the old world. In the old world, celebrities were important. In the old world, everyone was following what they're doing. What they're doing now, fuck all, for anyone.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
There we go. Yeah. So now it's time for the new world and the new people, and just really, it's just time for everyone that's heart is filled with love to just shine. But before you start shining, or before you doubt why you're not shining, make sure you've taken care of the self-care, the self-love, and that you've healed your wounds. The only reason we are able to project the light that we're able to project right now, that you're all feeling, is because of the fact that we have healed all our wounds, you know?
Yeah.
So it's first and foremost, guys. Can't be avoided. The work it will not be avoided. You can't run away from this shit.
No. And once you start doing that, like when I speak for myself, like I'm obsessive with doing the work because I want everything healed. Like I know how you change and what good it does for you. Like you change your thoughts, your behavior pattern, all that. So you just become obsessive with it because you just want to be healed in your true self, because that's when all the things are just falling into place and you're in total alignment.
Yes, so absolutely. So to answer the lady's question, how do you heal these wounds? You have two options. You can either do your own research, find some good books. Again, I recommend A Return to Love by Marianne Williamson. It's a great starter book. Or you can book a free call with me and I can actually give you guidance. And as a result of our call, if you decide that you want to go further with me and I feel like you're a fit, I can actually put you into a program where you'll complete the healing of your wounds in a very quick amount of time. We do it in 6 weeks. So, and quite a lot of the ladies that are on here that came over to watch me are clients of mine that have graduated from the program. So it's all very real, it's all very true, and all I can tell you is all of them are so grateful that they graduated before the shit hit the fan here, because they're like, they are handling it so well. They're like, you know, they're just complete. I'm like, how are you?
Awesome.
They're like, fine. Like,
Oh.
it's mad. It's mad. Like, I literally spoke to a lot of my clients today. Dale's doing great. Sasha's doing great. Becca's doing really great. I mean, it's
That's so wonderful.
I already know June's doing great. Like, these are all these girls that are on here now that I spoke to just today. That, you know, and some of them, like, everybody else is losing the plot around them, and they're just chill, breathing, you know.
Yeah, I'm like 100% calm. Like, it's going to take a lot to tip me off or to make some kind of reaction out of fear. Like, I don't know what fear is anymore. Unless they have a gun to my head, then I know what fear is.
And then even then, if that happened, I'd just start talking to the demon in them. I'd just be like, so. And I'd ask my angels for the demon's name, and I'd just start talking to it directly. I'd be like, oh, okay, so you possess this one because he has no control over his body. Okay, cool. Oh, my angel said don't go down that route, Amelia. People don't need to. But yeah, you get the point. There's still nothing to fear in this 3D realm, because the fact is demons are weak. All they can do is work through whispers, and if you call out a demon for what it is, then it disappears, because it ain't got shit. They can't do nothing. There's nothing to fear in this world, and there's nothing to fear in this whole world except fear itself. Fear is the scariest thing on the planet.
And also, speaking about controlling people, when you create fear in people, you control them. So that's like you see the big what you called it, like the Illuminati, all that stuff. When they try to create fear, because when you have fear, you control the people. Just make them scared, and they will do anything for you. They will do anything you ask them to, as long as they're scared. So
yeah, that is why what we're doing right now, spreading the love, the joy, the excitement, and everything like that is so important, because it kind of operates as a protection field against all the fear that they're putting out. Because if you're on here and I'm on here and I'm like, woo, everything's good, and then you hear the news go la la la, you're like, hold on. And then you watch my videos and you see how much shit I know, you're like, hold on, this news is fake news. This is just trying to make me scared. Switch off the TV. Don't do it. Don't do it. And you can tell, you know. Anyone that hasn't watched my IGTV videos, please watch them. You are bound to find at least one nugget of information, if not 500.
They're really good. I recommend them.
Yeah. And I will do some more. There's a bonus one that's actually called Fear, and I'm going to put that up this evening. It takes like 3 or 4 hours for them to load. Don't know what that is. Maybe because so many people are on the social media that I don't know. But for some reason, I mean, they're 10 minutes long and it takes ages for them to load. But I'll put the Fear one up tonight, and then I've already been told I'm to do one more that's about all the things I know about the prevention. Just because I shouldn't. My angels are telling me that I shouldn't assume people know everything I know, and they just want me to say it. I would much rather. Yeah, I would much rather someone watch the video and said, I learned nothing. I knew all of this already. I'd be like, all right, great. Go out and teach then. You should be teaching. Why are you telling me? Go teach. You know? And then if they're basically, I would rather do that and hope that people, you know, that other people get something from it. So just talking about the preventative measures and the latest information that's coming in is really, really important. So.
Yeah. And also, when I watch your videos, I just have to say, like, your voice is just so healing. So, like, it was hard for me to catch what you're actually saying, because your voice is just so soothing. So I was like, oh, what's she saying? What's she saying? It's so wonderful to listen to you talk.
Oh, well, thank you. Someone else said that today. And the interesting thing was that she was actually from England. So I was saying to her that I was looking forward to talking to her, because she has the same accent as me, and that it would remind me of home. And I was looking forward to talking to her. She was like, you have such a soothing voice. And I was like, I expect that from most people, because my voice is different and I'm very English, but she's just as English as me, and she enjoyed my voice. So I was like, oh, that's nice.
Okay.
It's funny though, while I'm here, I am getting a lot of sensations. I had the throat, and then I just got this like tingling on my tongue. I don't know. I think where I'm speaking this much truth, it's like creating a few physical reactions. I don't know.
Yes, definitely. I'm feeling also as well, but I know that it's because of this, so I will not go with it, you know. Like
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
not buying into it. I just know it's some reaction or
Yeah, you
something.
can just tell if anyone says it seems like I look like I'm funny, it's like my tongue is tingling. It's the only way I can explain it. Just like tingling. And a minute ago, my throat was tingling. So it's like, that's why I kept drinking the water and the tea. It's like strange things
Yeah, me
happening.
too. Just thinking of the teas.
Yeah, I mean, I always drink teas, but I keep them there in case this happens mainly, you know.
Yeah, me
So,
too. My throat will get really sore and just like, oh, but you have to always have like a beverage right next to me, so
I
I
just
can
got a
drink.
bit of a tea bag string caught on my Okay, so let's see what we need to tell the ladies. What is going on? This is the Twin Flame special. So we're speaking as though everyone here is on the Twin Flame journey, which is nice because, you know, this is something specially for you. It's live, but Twin Flame journey, and that doesn't really exist much, you know, especially when you have two of us together like this, and our energy is pretty special together. So I would say, please submit some questions, guys. And I'm just trying to remember because I did get a question as well. One lady asked me today whether I'm able to channel what the situation is between her and her twin. So I want to answer that just because I'm sure she'll see this. And that is that I don't channel for that. What my magic power is being able to help women to get to a healed state where they are moving in the right direction of every aspect of life, and that their intuition and guidance is fully online. And at that stage, obviously, when they're doing private one-to-one with me, if they go into one of my really advanced programs, then obviously if I get an inkling about their twin, I will talk about it if it seems appropriate. But for that sort of stuff, you're better off doing a reading with yourself, with Tabine. You know, you're better off doing a reading with Tabine for things like that. What I offer is very different. I help you do your healing, and it's permanent, and you never need to do it again. And when you're 70 years old, you'll look back and be like, I'm so glad I did that. That's what I do. I do like an intense program, and rather than a read. And in fact, it's really, a lot of my clients, I suggest they do readings because that's the point. It's like, go to Tabine for a targeted reading about your twin, and then come to me for your healing to get rid of all your childhood wounds and your ancestral stuff and all that, you know?
Yeah. Mm. And also, like the last, I made a new deck which is called Unlock Your Path to Divine Union. And I made that deck because like there's so much people coming to me, and I really want to like separate the ones that are like true twin flames and the ones that are not. So I made several cards that will say and indicate if you have a true soul connection. But I don't want to tell like you're not a twin flame, but some people can get confused and be in karmic relationships and just making excuses to be that. And I don't want to like lead people on.
You're completely right. That's something Pardis has talked about, and I hear you as well. Pardis, you know, she's like, she even saying it's not necessarily those that are on the twin flame journey, just the ladies that are not prepared to put the work in. She doesn't really want to work with as much at the moment if you're not prepared to put the work in. What you're talking about is ladies that are in karmics. I have a different experience, which is that I have a lot of ladies that I've come across that are in something, and then they realize it's not their twin, but they don't need to be told, because what I do is I raise their vibration so high that they figure it out for themselves. Like that's how powerful the work is. I just put you through the program that works. As you move through the program, everything becomes clear. You are your own reader, your own coach, you know. But you may want to supplement my program with readings from Tabine, because it just gives you that targeted, intense focus in that just one area, you know. And it's nice to have, you know. We all enjoy that stuff. Pardis did one for free for me just a few weeks ago, just for fun. She really wanted to do it, and I was like, okay. And most of it, we were both laughing because it was boring, because it was telling us stuff we already knew. We were like, we know this, we know this, we know this, we know this. This is boring. But then it had a couple of bits at the end that were fun. So maybe me and you will do that at some point as well, just for fun, you know. But I see a question on here. What can I do to start the healing process? So the first thing you can do in the healing process is to buy the book, A Return to Love by Marianne Williamson. And also A New Earth by Eckhart Tolle, or The Power of Now. Power of Now. Yeah, good starter books. And what you can do is make a list of all the people that ever hurt you in your life and just go through and verbally forgive them. And if you want to do something more powerful than that, like I said, book a free call with me and we can talk about you enrolling in one of my advanced programs. I specifically work with women that have kind of gotten a bit of stability together in their life. They've got their career together, their family, their friends, and they just want to do that last 10% of healing. If that doesn't sound like you, you can still book a call and I will find somebody that's more of a better fit for you. If somebody is in a different sort of place, you know, if someone's really depressed or things like that, they might not be a fit for my program because it's challenging as fuck. It's hard. It's not easy. But I do, it really is. That's what I'm saying. It's really for the women that have most of it together, and I finish the job. Once they finish with me, that's it. There's nowhere else to go. You can't, once you've graduated from me, you can't go get coaching anywhere. It would make you laugh. You'd just be laughing. Like right now I have 3 happiness coaches actually enrolled in my program. Like that's how much it's like, yeah. So yes, that's the best. What would you say is oh yeah, that's June, my client. She's saying it's so worth it. So anyone who needs to see June is the most beautiful woman on the planet. I don't know where she came from. She literally came from space. It's unbelievable. She is beyond beautiful. Okay. Beautiful. Pardon?
No, she's wonderful.
Isn't she? The thing is, she's the most beautiful woman on the planet, but she's also got like her soul and her spirit and her heart and her brain are just phenomenal too. Like I don't know where she came from.
Her life and just everything. Like I was immediately drawn to her life when I saw her in Alive with You. I was like, who is this person? I just felt so connected and woo.
She's just magic.
Yeah.
I'm just lucky. This is what happens when you're in alignment. All these magical people show up, like to me. Like it's just magic. It's great. We don't worry about when our twins are going to show up. Our twin needs to worry about when he's going to show up. We just get on with what we're doing over here. We're just over here healing the planet, you know?
Yeah.
That's what we're doing. But what would you answer to that question? What can I do to start the healing process? What's your idea? Because obviously you healed yourself. It took you a long time. You haven't been through my program. You did it yourself. What tips do you have, my darling?
Like I am a really dedicated person, and I just have always been like, I want to do everything by myself. I want to learn everything by myself. And I'm not saying that you are supposed to do this, but when you have like that dedication, and if I say one thing that really changed everything for me, I've been so curious to why am I doing the things that I'm doing. But the thing that really like changed everything for me was starting to doing mindfulness, like all day. Like for instance, when you're in a situation with your family, you know, that can be one of the hardest things to do. So I always like observe myself and I'm just taking family for like an example, but just anything. Like if you're thinking things like you think it's weird that you're thinking this, or saying things that you don't really mean to other people, like ask yourself, why am I saying this when I don't mean it? Why am I saying yes to doing this if I don't want to? Like always try to like go beyond. Why are you doing the things that you're doing? Try to see if there is some kind of pattern there, like something that you can heal by just getting to be conscious about this, like, you know. So if I'm just saying like one thing that to really just get this starting is to just be conscious and observe yourself.
Yeah,
be
I think the key word you said was observe. When you are able to realize that you are not the ego and you are not the higher self, you are the silent observer. When you understand that and you're able to zoom out and observe everything that's taking place, it changes the game. Yeah. You know? And once you can be out and stay out for a sufficient amount of time, when you get pulled back in, you're able to go, hold on, I'm back in, I'm associating again with my ego, I'm not, you know, and then you can snap out of it. And I mean, also take frankincense and salt baths, you know, put salt and frankincense oil in the bath. Everyone should have that. Everyone should have that during this time while we're in the transition. The dark is trying to do everything it can, like everything it can. And especially for the earth angels like ourselves, like I was highly targeted. I mean, I had to have frankincense and salt baths every day for about a week, I remember, you know. And you'll know when you need them and you'll know when you don't need them anymore. But be prepared to do it every day. If you're feeling worry energy, if you're not feeling like yourself, if you're feeling something negative, frankincense and salt bath, but make sure you dunk your head. It only works if you dunk your head under the water.
Yeah.
I have to say, I really like this eyeshadow. I haven't used it before.
It's
so I'm
beautiful.
just doing the girly thing. Yeah, I'm doing the girly thing. I have to do this occasionally. I'm like, oh, this is quite pretty. I like this.
I love it. Yeah.
Doing my braids. I was like, these are things like, it's like, what did you learn during the pandemic? Well, I learned that I learned that I was able to do braids in my hair. So that's been like one of my things.
It's not for nothing. It's not good for anything like this, being isolated. So.
Well, here's the thing, you know, again, you know, I was isolated for so long and you isolated yourself for so long when you were doing this healing. Basically, people have got to face themselves right now. So many people have avoided it for so long. They've been on the hamster wheel, going to work, going to the bar, meeting their friends, doing this, never stopping, never focusing on what's really going on in the world, never doing the research to really understand what is going on in the world. And people have not faced themselves and faced their own shadow. If you don't enjoy being on your own, what does it mean? It means you need more time alone. You need to have so much time alone until you love it. Once you love it, now you're ready for people.
I love being alone. I like to be with people, but I always I need to go back and recharge because it drains me a lot to be with other people. So, but I love being alone. So I don't understand when people are like, I can't be alone. I'm like, what? I love being alone.
It's a big sign. It's a huge sign. If someone says they can't be alone, I'm like, oh, Lord. They might need to go to one of the other coaches before they come to me. That's because if you can't be alone, it's like, I mean, don't get me wrong. You know, I've had one or two clients. I mean, one of my clients I spoke to today, she's doing really, really well in the program and she wasn't so good at being on her own and now she's thriving. So it really just depends, but just know that, yeah, I love it. And I'm slightly jealous of everyone that's being bored right now. Like I said, I'm jealous of those that are bored because I'd love to be like, oh, what should I do? I'm telling you, I have a list this long of things I have to do. And I'm just like, this is just normal day in the life, really, right now, just working from home.
And just another thing, like, I don't want to sound like I'm like superior to anybody, but when it comes to, when you have reached a certain level of consciousness and healing, like people come to me and in victim mode, like I can't respond to that. And it's not to be cruel or be rude or anything like that, but when someone come to me and they're like in this whining victim mode, like I'm so far away from that, so it's hard for me to like imagine how it was to be like that. So because I really just
be in that mind.
Yeah, I can't. I have to like stop for a moment and just, how was it to be like that? Like, you know, so. But not to sound superior or anything, but you will get to that stage when you do all this healing and the work, you know. So
yeah,
it's hard.
Sorry, I have to call out sacred divine male here, talking about yet they're talking while not being alone. We're serving our communities, sir. We are happily alone and are always happily alone, and we're serving our communities. Just so you know, we're here helping the ladies that may not be doing so well with being alone. Just so you know, sir. Anyway, moving on. So yes, twin flames, guys, things are hotting up. Things are hotting up. And depending on where you are in your journey, if you're currently surfing, if you're currently feeling like you can feel this excitement at times, this is a good sign. It's a good sign. It means that you are falling into mission. You're beginning to dream about what you want to do. When we get out the other side of this, you're going to start putting into play, building the website, doing the study, reading the book. You're going to start putting things into play right now, okay? So those that are feeling excitement, good girls, you are close to union, because those that are able to feel excitement now are truly the warriors, are truly the ones that came down here as earth angels to bring in and anchor the new world. So excitement, excitement, excitement. If you're
Yeah.
not able to feel excitement, the chances are you're probably not on here watching at this point. You've probably been so triggered that you've left, or you know what I mean? But if there's anyone on here that's struggling with excitement, understand this, guys. You only need a little bit. I'm not expecting you to be excited all the time like I am. You know, you could be excited just a little bit sometimes, just once a day. Once a day, have an excited moment. Put on a song and dance about. Just be excited. Like, the great thing about the unknown is it's unknown. It could be so fucking amazing. We can't even conceive it. So let's just, you know, let's be excited about the unknown.
Yeah.
And most people are surrounded by muggles. Most people are surrounded by people that are neither conspiracy buffs nor angelic earth angels. Most people do have a lot of muggles in their life. Please understand that your job is to calm them and to let them know everything will be okay. But you're not to give up your energy to them to the point where it lowers your vibe, because your high vibe is what's important. You know, your high vibe is really important. I mean, even one of my family members is like, you know, I had to just say to him, I was like, bruv, I've been studying this for 2 decades. You know, I know what's going on. If you want to hear it, I'll tell you. If you don't, you don't. It's up to you. It's only for those that have the ears to hear. Bam. It is what it is. But in the meantime, I'll be like, just make sure you got your groceries and make sure you got this and everything will be okay. And I know on some level, me being so positive that I'm like, everything's cool, everything's cool, everything's going to be fine. It's still having a positive impact on him, because at some point he has to be like, oh, you know, well, my sister's doing all right and she's looking all right and everything's all right. So maybe she's onto something, you know?
Yeah,
so, yeah.
As a light worker, it's just so important to not be throwing your energy all over the place. Like, you have to be really mindful about what things you give energy to. Like, speaking of experience, just when you have like an overflowing of energy, that is when you can give to others. But it's you first, and then if you have anything to give, you will give to other people. It's just so important to remember that. And it's not self. It's not. You have
the best
to
way. Sorry, say that last bit again.
Keep your boundaries.
Yes. Yes. I was just showing it a little bit like this. If you're walking down the street and you have $100 or £100 or €100 and you're going to go buy groceries, and you see some homeless people and they have a cute dog, you can spend $20 on them. You don't give them the $100 when you need food. You go buy what you need, and you maybe give $20 or buy $20 worth of stuff for that homeless person. But that's the point. What keeps happening is people are out here, and instead of going and buying the grocery shopping that they need, they're giving more than half away to other people, and some of those people aren't deserving, and then they wonder why they feel empty. So this is the thing, is having the boundary that this is what I can give. I will give no more, and people need to be grateful for what you do give. And most importantly, you need to look after yourself first and foremost, because the way we get through this is through us all coming out the other side strong and healthy and building amazing community.
So we got interrupted in the last live, so just popping on again to see if hi, we just got interrupted in the last live, so if Amelia is coming back, so let's see. I don't know what happened, so
Yay!
oh my, I don't know what happened.
It froze your end and messages were still coming through. So I was like, yes, they can see me. But I was like, if they can see me, then I just don't understand. So the lady just said, how do you stop giving all your energy away? You have to love yourself is the short answer. You know, it's like, so let's imagine a scenario, guys. Let's imagine 2 women. For some reason, my angels want me to describe it in the olden days. So imagine like 400 years ago, these women work on a farm or something. 2 women, okay? And they're 2 women, and they're wearing like these long skirts with an apron, and they have a jug full of milk, Okay, and let's imagine each of them have a jug full of milk. Now let's imagine that these ladies live 10 miles away from where they currently are, and we've got two ladies. So one of the ladies, she takes her milk and gives it to all the local children and women, but then when she's trying to walk her 10 miles home, she has no energy because she gave all her food away. And then the lady that had her milk, she was like, I really love these people. And so maybe she got a small spoon and she said, I would love to help, but as I have a long 10-mile journey, I can give you a teaspoon of my milk, but I'm afraid I can give no more. And I can only give a teaspoon to 10 people. So I choose you 10. I think you're the most needy. And so you 10 come here. I'll give you each a teaspoon of my milk. And then I'm going to start my journey so I get home before it's dark. So you have one lady who gets home before it's dark, and she has the physical strength to do the 10-mile walk because she has this milk to keep her body like substance. Then you have this other lady who has her bucket of milk, and she pours cups to everybody that asks. And some of them don't need the milk. Some of them have milk in their house. Some of them don't even need the milk. They just like taking milk that's being offered. Sometimes they're just like, hey, if it's being offered, I'll take it. And so instead of choosing the 10 most needy people, she gives it to everyone that asks. So the whole village comes out. And so all 50 people in the village come out asking for her milk, and she gives a cup, and she gives a cup, and she gives a cup, and she gives a cup. Now what happens is suddenly there's no milk left in the bucket. And the problem with that is that this person that she helped may not have been deserving. So now she can't even help the people that were deserving because she's given all of her milk away. And guess what? Now she can't make it home. But none of these people care. She doesn't tell these people what she needs. So she starts stumbling home, hungry, no food, nothing to drink. And guess what? Maybe she collapses on the way. Maybe she gets attacked by wolves because it's late at night and she's traveling late at night because she got so delayed by helping the people. So can you see the story, guys? Who was most sensible in the story? The woman that lives another day to come and give more teaspoons of milk to those that deserve it? Or is it the woman that ended up never making it home? Why? Because she gave everything she had. What, you know? So that's how you stop giving all your energy away. You remember that your job is to give energy every day and when you can. And so in which case, your job is to look after you first.
Yes,
because
absolutely.
The only reason I'm working so hard right now, guys, I don't have time really to speak with my friends or my family. I take my frankincense and salt baths, but I'm not getting any leisure time. I don't get to watch movies. I'm not getting to binge watch Netflix. Even yesterday, Sunday, my day off, I was working like an absolute fucking, I don't know what. So here's the thing. It's like, but at the same time, I love me. I have good food. I feed myself well. I look after myself well. So even when I'm being pushed to the limit, I still look after myself well. I've still got my nice clean clothes and my hair looks nice. I'm still good. You know, I'm not being ravaged by this situation or any other situation. So that's the key. I'm also able to give so much because I've taken so much time in self-care and done so much healing on myself that I know what I can and can't do. And if someone asks me something, oh, I've just been told to do a role play. Can you ask me for something? Just ask me for something. And I want to show them how we say no, even when, you know, just ask me for anything.
Yeah, can you read this book to me so I don't have to do it myself?
Well, honey, I would really like to, but my energy levels are low. And so I won't be able to do that today. So I suggest you rest. Because if you haven't got the energy to read your own book, then it probably means that you need to be resting and I need to rest too. And then maybe you can tell me about it when you get around to it, okay? Anyway, and then we move on to the next thing. See how we can say no.
Yeah.
Everyone needs to learn how to say no. And if you have to say, and at the same time, you have to be able to say no. And then if you, sometimes it needs to be a firm no, but if you have to use a firm no, it's actually a red flag that person is someone that you need to really consider whether they need to be in your life. You shouldn't have to use a firm no. If I have to use a I'm not doing that, no, unless I'm talking to my dog, then it means that's someone who's probably no longer in vibrational alignment with me.
No.
So yeah, so that's really important, guys, you know, that you can own your no. Do you agree? Do you have anything else you think we should say about that, darling?
Speaking from my personal experience, so like you think that you owe people something, you owe them to pick up the phone, you owe them to always have to listen to what they have to say, but truth is you don't. You owe yourself that attention, and if you have anything less to offer, then you can do it. So it's yourself first, but you don't owe anybody anything.
Yeah,
So that's like illusion, like you think you always have to answer the phone, or it's an illusion.
Yeah,
It's not
a lady did just say about a child, and my angels were saying about that too. So here's the thing, is that there's a couple of things going on here. So you have this child. If it was the child that asked you to read the book, I think teaching social intelligence at any age is really important. So if you genuinely do not have the energy to read the book to them at that point, to be able to say, Mummy's tired, Mummy needs to rest. Do you agree that Mummy should rest? Yes, Mummy should rest. Because if they turn around and say, no, you should read it, then it's time to say, well, this is not, we've got a problem here. Like something's gone wrong in their education system. There's something going on with their ability to empathize with another adult, and that needs to be nipped in the bud. So actually, again, even if they're children, and here's the other thing, and this is, I don't have children, but Tabine does. And so, but I was a nanny, a professional nanny in my younger years. So I'm very experienced with children, very, very. And so the difference is that your children are going to do really, really well if their mother is happy and well rested. So being exhausted, it will make you snappy, it will make you bad tempered, and you don't want your children when they grow up looking back and seeing a mother that was bad tempered all the time just because she was tired. So speak your needs. Speak your needs. And if someone doesn't respect your needs, don't give them the opportunity to do it again. Move away. You can move away from anything and anyone. Family, friends, boyfriends, work, business, anything. There is nothing you can't escape from. Really?
No.
Really?
No.
I mean, even if someone was in prison, they could write a letter to the prison person in charge and offer to do some extra work for them in exchange for being moved into having a different cellmate. Everyone can change something. So we all have to understand that every person in our life we're choosing. I have a child with a narcissist. It's been so much work staying happy and in the flow for her and for me. Yes, if you have a child with a narcissist, obviously God wanted that child to be here, and that child is your world. But at the same time, you just have to become super self-sufficient, super distant. And obviously, we're on a live. That was a one-sentence description. It would take one-to-one time, but that's the sort of thing that my coach would really, really help with something like that. She knows how to help with situations like that. So she's a mother of 3 children, been through everything. So my master coach is who I would suggest booking a free call with, and she would help you with that. Yeah.
There's more to it than we know, so.
Yes, absolutely. Absolutely. I can't, it would be wrong for me to give advice when I only have a sentence and a picture. It's not right. We don't know that enough details, you know. So
but being with somebody that has like narcissistic behavior or something, it's most definitely a karmic, and there's a lesson behind it, and the lesson is
a mirror.
And the lesson is probably for you to leave that person. Like I also been with, like I have also been with people that
I did a narcissist. I did a narcissist when I was a teenager. I had a narcissist, and I got back with him in my 20s. Often narcissists are like they are because they were abandoned by their mother, typically, you know. Carry on, because I just interrupted. Carry on what you were saying, darling.
Normally like something deep, being abandoned, or so. When I can just like really fast tell my experience, but I was with the person that if I was to tell that person that I was leaving him, he would like pull out the gun and threaten to kill himself. So And just one day I was like, I had it with this everything. And I just packed up my stuff, like all my stuff in the house, and I just put it in my car and I left him, and I have never looked back. So
Yeah.
it's just like instantly I remember that, okay, you're meant to leave this person, so just get out of here.
Yeah, I mean, here's the thing. It might sound hard, but I'm known for getting things done. I don't pussyfoot around, and I'm very sparkly, but I'm not fluffy. You know, I get things done. And I would say that if you have a child with a narcissist, that means that when you met them, your lack of love for self was significant, because, and again, we've both done it. You're talking to two women that have both been there. The difference is we wouldn't allow it now. So if the narcissist is a mirror, because that's how much love you feel you deserve. Otherwise, you wouldn't be dealing with it. Now, obviously, if you have the child and the child's now, because again, we don't know if this child is 8 months or 8 years or 18 years old. We have no idea, you know, but what we can say, and again, I hate the guessing. It just worries me because these are people's lives, you know, but I can tell you this, that if you were having intimate sex with a man that didn't treat you well, that is a reflection of how much you loved yourself at that time. And if you're still with them, then how much you love yourself now. And it's just the point blank, it's reality. So everything comes down to self-love. We have to love ourselves. We have to love ourselves and provide ourselves with self-care so that we can serve the world and serve those around us in that fucking order. No other order.
And also, we accept the love that we think we deserve is a very good sentence to remember.
Yeah, yeah, absolutely, absolutely. So I think we've done an hour. So I think that I hope everybody's gotten something out of this, and this will be on replay as well. Yeah, anyone that's not done a reading, damn, so good. I'm out of that now, and I see myself so differently. So true, but healing is hard. Well, darling, you're speaking to those that did it, and that, you know, this is all I do all day. I don't have another job. You know, there's a lot of coaches that do something else. No. This is all I do. I do nothing else. I coach advanced women that are very spiritual. I coach coaches and advanced spiritual women all day long, and this is all I do. So for you to tell me healing's hard, I'll tell you healing's hard, but we can walk through it in 6 weeks. And my healing was hard, and Tabeen's healing was hard. But if we say it's hard, it's almost like, is that an excuse not to do it? Or because that sounds a little bit, the tone of that sounds a little worrying to me, because healing's hard sounds like I'm not going to do running because running's hard. Well, either you're going to run and become a marathon runner, which is what we are now. We're the marathon runners of spiritual. So are my graduates and my clients. Or you're not doing it because it's hard. And in which case you sat at home and your muscles are just, you know, going all fleshy and fat and whatever. You know what I'm saying? So which one is it? You know, I know it's hard. How do I get better with not crossing thoughts? I am an empath and I struggle with that. Here's the other thing. We're all empaths. My God, I'm such an empath that I have to be so careful. If I tune into the collective energy, I can literally get a stomach ulcer within 2 hours, because I have the ability to tune into anyone on the planet. So I understand. Self-love, self-love, self-love. Hopefully you're all beginning to realize the main message of today. Self-love, 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 self-love.
It's all about self-love.
Yeah, again, if you're someone that's ready to do the work and work with someone like myself, I'm literally one of the top spiritual coaches on the planet. If you are ready to do the work, I can teach you how to not cross your thoughts, because you need to learn about the ego and you need to starve it. I'm not able in a 1 minute snapshot on a live to give you the ticket to happiness, because it's not, it takes 6 weeks of intense work. You know, my coaches take a year of training to even be able to teach people. You know, this is the, you know, sometimes we have to invest in ourselves in terms of time, energy, and finance. And as a result of investing in yourself, that time, energy, and finance, you get to the next level. And we're all living it. I just spent $7,000 on a program that teaches me how to create an online program. and I will study it. So I'm going to put my time, my energy, and my money into it. And as a result, it will free up more of my time and enable me to help more people on the planet. So we all have to invest time, energy, and money. And that's how we move forward, you know?
Yeah. But in the beginning, like I said, the divine feminine energies, and I had the divine masculine and the union. Should we, maybe I can make a post about it if the live has gone for a long time now. So,
oh no, I think you should do it still. I think you should do it still. Let's just answer this lady's question. She said, I'm getting a lot of number synchronicity. Why? Because the earth angels are taking over.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, no, and someone else saying, I feel different, stronger, in a much better way. Yeah, it's those that did the work are literally like coming awake in their new light bodies. Everyone's like, woo! And if you're not feeling woo, then you can tell. Go to the women that are, you know, and invest time, energy, and money, and get there, and book a reading with Tabine and let her give you some help, you know. But no, let's do it. I'm going to sit quietly and you do the divine masculine because I want to hear it too.
Yeah. So usually, like, the energies are connected together, of course. And I said with the divine feminine energy, we had the voyage. Like, remember, it's a journey. Remember, you are the anchor. You're leading divine masculine. You're holding this whole thing together. And that by doing so, you are making your divine masculine thriving. So the divine feminine is just focusing on the journey. She should be focusing on the journey and the mission. And she's the anchor, and she's making the divine masculine just thrive by doing so he can keep his focus. So I just love the messages today. They were like so
beautiful. Yeah. And here's what's interesting. I was guided at Christmas time to do a month of lives called How to Thrive on the Journey, and there was a few things that tried to throw me off course so that I couldn't do it, and then Pardis came along and we were to do that through March. Now Pardis was busy today, and thank God, literally, Tabine was able to step in. But here's the interesting thing: Pardis will be back next week. Yes, Pardis will be back next week, but after that, me and Tabine are going to be doing this. We may change the time, we may change the date, but we are going, sorry, the day, but we are going to do April together, myself and Tabine. So yeah, just so everyone knows, this is going to keep on happening.
So exciting.
Yeah. So I'm just really glad. So the thing is with the messages, so the thrive. So I feel that what happened was that during February and March, the divine feminines focused so much on thriving that they've passed the baton. Yeah. Right now enabling the divine masculines to get into that. So it's like we did it. Enough of us. I was told so clearly that it was that the live needed to be how to thrive on the journey. Thrive mentality. Thrive. And we've pushed it enough in the community during March that now as we're moving into April, it's the divine masculine's turn in April to work on the thrive mentality. And then when we get to May, who knows where we'll be, guys, you know? Yeah. The sky is the limit. Anything can happen.
And the divine masculine is catching up on the divine feminine energy. So now it's like a mirroring thing going on. Like they mirror us, what we've been doing. So
Yes. I put the post up that said, "This too shall pass," and my twin put a post up that said, "This too shall pass." Yeah. And I was like, "Oh, that's good." Yeah. So give them some time, though, guys. Give them some time. Be patient, you know, with them. I don't want us to be patient the way the tarot readers tell us, be patient. I want us to genuinely think of the man or think of your divine partner, think of their name and say, "I'm going to be patient with you, blah, blah, blah." Yeah. You know? So if his name's Simon, I will be patient with you, Simon. If his name's John, I'll be patient with you, John. And speak it. Everyone speak that now about your divine masculine. Say, "I will be patient," and then say their last name. We'll all do it together. You ready? You do it too. We'll do it at the same time. Ready? And I will be patient with... With the name. And obviously you don't have to say your one's name if you don't want to. Everyone knows the name of mine. But yes, speak their name and say, "I will be patient with you, Jonathan, Jay, Jacob, whatever their name is. And let's be patient with them. Let's not be patient because all of the twin flame readers are saying, patience, ladies, and then everyone gets frustrated. No, be patient actually with that individual man. You love him. And in life, we have to be patient. You know, in the future, he may leave wet towels on the floor and you have to be patient. In the future, anything might happen. You might need him to build a new garden shed and he takes ages. You'll have to be patient. So start working that patience. Be patient personally.
And unfolding is about patience. Like, things take time to unfold. Like, a baby takes 9 months to grow, like in the stomach. So everything that unfolds, it takes time, and we just need to have that patience for the seed to bloom. So
one thing I find really helpful though is give them patience, as in I'll be patient with you, to the individual man. But then remember, you've got a whole lot of stuff on your shit list that you need to do. I need to do my online program. I need to sort out those drawers. I need to, you know, start doing my glute exercises every day, like whatever. Like, I've got shit I need to do. Focus on the shit you need to do, because that shit that's on your list of stuff that you've been putting off, that's what's blocking you.
Yeah.
Clear your list. Reach a point where there's nothing else left on your list and you're vibing high, and then see who shows up.
Yeah.
Make sure your list is cleared, because he ain't coming till your list is cleared.
Work on your list.
The shit list. That's why I call it the shit list. The shit list is everything you know you need to do that you've been delaying doing. If you know you're meant to set up a company, you know you're meant to do this, you know you're meant to just do what the fuck you know you're meant to do, and stop blaming other people. Stop looking for a reader to tell you what you want to hear. Do everything that's on your shit list with all the energy in the world. And once you can tell me that your shit list is empty, I will give you a gold medal. Because as of right now, my clients consist of lawyers and surgeons and accountants and divine readers and happiness coaches. They all have a shit list. I have a shit list. So if I have a shit list,
I have a shit list, so
if I have a shit list, I can pretty much guess that the entire female divine feminine community has a shit list. So get on with your shit list, guys.
Yeah, start doing it. Don't delay it anymore.
Oh, someone just said something. Patience is one thing, but behavior is another. Don't excuse hurtful words. I feel like I need to address this, because I don't think that is okay. Hold on. Patience is being patient with somebody, allowing them to do the work they need to do, being patient with them. If that person is being hurtful to you, it's not your twin.
No.
Sorry. It's a karmic. No. Get rid of them fast so you can move on to your stepping stone soulmate, and then from there move on to your twin. It's not your twin. It's not your twin. It's not your twin. Your twin will not be hurting you. You are mistaken. You were meant to think he was your twin until this moment. You were meant to be on here with us, with all these strong, beautiful, amazing women, with all this energy. You were meant to be here with us, and we are to tell you, if the person is being hurtful towards you, it is not your twin.
No. If someone is intentionally hurting you over time, intentionally, like your twin may hurt you, but it's not intentionally, because it's meant to release something within you to heal. But if someone is like intentionally hurting you over a long period of time, it's most likely a karmic partner. So
yeah, it's a karmic partner, probably a narcissist. Get rid of them. You don't need it. You don't need it. And if your ego says, but I need them because he pays the rent. I need him because he's the father of my children. I need him because bullshit. You deserve to be spoken to like a goddess at all times, at every moment in your life. I will not put up with any single person on this planet talking to me in any way less than as a goddess. Neither should you.
No. We deserve the best, and that person deserves the best. Everybody deserves the best, and we want the best. We don't want somebody
demand the best. Demand.
We don't want somebody to treat us like crap. We deserve the best, like, so. You don't want that thing.
If you allow someone to treat you like crap, it's a lack of self-love, and that's what you need to focus on. Loving yourself more. Go on my website, download the free affirmation track, start listening to it twice a day. buy a book called A Return to Love Life by Marianne Williamson. And if you want to, then book a free call with myself or one of my coaches, or book in and do a reading with Tabine. But it's time, girls. No more bullshit. No more bullshit. We need to demand the fucking best now. We'll not accept anything less. No question.
No.
It's not happening.
Nope.
So,
no.
yes. Love you.
Love everybody. Sending everybody love.
Yeah.
Thank you for watching.
Have to say, like, sometimes I can be really ferocious, but it's all from love. It's all from
Yeah.
love.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's what's needed in this world.
Yeah.
You know? Sometimes we need to stand up and be strong and put people in their place and say no. And then you walk away. Done.
We need that tough love to open our eyes and get a reality check. Yeah.
Okay, guys, I'm feeling the love. We love you so much. We're all here for you. DM me if you need anything. I'm here for you. And we will be back within the next 2 weeks. The starting of April, it will literally be me and Tabine each week, and we'll announce it. And we will speak with you soon, guys. I'll be live tomorrow with the astrologer, and I'll be live Wednesday and Thursday and Friday, I think. I just can't remember what's on I haven't, this is what I was saying, I just have too much work to do. I haven't typed up the itinerary for the week. We're already on Monday, like,
Yeah, but everybody just follow Empress Evolution 1111, and you will get messages for all the lives that is happening. So yeah,
absolutely. Yeah, it will all be published on there. Okay, guys. Oh, and one more thing. Make sure you join Empress Evolution and contact your coordinator of your region. Every girl that's watching this has a coordinator. So if you live in Brazil, you live in South Africa, you live in France, you live in Canada, wherever you live, we have a coordinator that will look after you and that will introduce you to other women in your actual location area that are also really like spiritual advanced women. So all of you have somewhere you can go, and you can join the Facebook page, and you choose whichever region's nearest to you. So no one ever needs to be alone anymore, ever. We're here for you. We love you. But do the work. Go onto go onto the Instagram, see the name of the coordinator, send them a DM, join the Facebook page, join the local group, go in Facebook, go see who's in your local area. And there you go. You can all find some friends that will understand you and the journey you're on. So yay.
Okay, everybody.
All right, girl. Love you. Mwah, mwah, mwah. Take care. Bye-bye, everybody.